Hello again, and welcome back to the Flow the Grow podcast. If you're new here, my name is Sophia, and this is a podcast for anything and all things health, wellness, fitness, nutrition, spiritual wellness, and growth. I created this podcast to help you flow with the growth of life through the ups and especially through the downs and the challenging times, the times where we can learn a lot. And lately I've been doing a lot of episodes surrounding nutrition, as I have recently just gotten my nutrition certification through the Nutritional Coaching Institute. And if we're not friends on social media, first of all, I would love to connect with you. But secondly, I have a free community on Facebook. It is a Facebook group, a private group, where I'm really focusing on helping people to improve their relationship with food, on building muscle, and creating an environment within your mind and your body where you have the ability to either, number one, lose body fat, and or number two, keep it sustainable, create sustainable results without food restriction, without the different diets and yo-yo dieting, and really helping you to create like whatever results you're looking for, whether it is sustainability or longevity, health, or weight loss or fat loss. That group is called the Food Freedom and Muscle Building Solutions Facebook group. I will have a link in the show notes, but you can always just shoot me a message and I can send you the link to join in. And it's completely free. I do weekly trainings. I go live in there to do some trainings. I share different free guides and some inspiration day to day, things like that. So I would love to have you. All right, for today's episode, I'm going to talk more into the fitness side of things for today versus the nutrition. I know that we are just still in the beginning stages of the new year in 2023, and you might be someone who you are starting your fitness journey, maybe restarting, maybe you have never been in the gym before and you have a goal to get into the gym, to do workouts, to strength train, to lift, but you might have a lot of gym anxiety or fear and worry and like fear that people are judging you. And so I just want to give you a few tips to help you get started right and get started with confidence and share these mindset tips so that you can go from gym anxiety to gym confidence. By the way, this is just going to be the beginning of a training that I'm going to do in my Facebook group. I'm going to really today focus on the mindset aspect because I think that can really help you to release that anxiety over time and to feel confident in the gym. But in my Facebook group, I'm going to actually go over how to put together a workout plan and go more specifically into that. So if you would like to be a part of that, like I said, hop over into that Facebook group. All right, let's get right into it. So first of all, I want you to know that it's like completely normal. It's not, you're definitely not alone in this. There's a lot of people that I have met with come the new year when, it's January, February, even March, and people are wanting to finally just get into the gym. But one of their number one things is that they are scared. Like, they've told me that their number one fear is like just getting through those doors and they don't know what to do for a workout. They don't know how to do things. They don't want to look stupid. And I would say if you can get some sort of accountability, like a gym buddy, a workout partner, or even a trainer at the gym that you go to, like that can be really helpful, even if it's just for a few months, so that they can teach you the routes and different things. So that way you can build confidence that way. So there's a lot of value in doing that in-person coaching and training. But if you don't have that option, if you don't have that option, here are a few things to think about. So number one, if you're new to this whole gym thing, you're new to working out, I want you to expect frustration. Just like with anything new, there's going to be a learning curve. It might feel weird. It might feel awkward doing different things. It might feel annoying at times and even frustrating at times when you're starting out. Like if you're trying to do different things and you're like, why does this not feel right? Or like maybe you're trying to do a squat or like whatever the movement is and you're just frustrated because it doesn't feel right and it's weird to you. Like just expect that on the front end. Keep showing up, keep practicing, and it will get better. And that leads into my second tip. And that is to think of exercise as a practice. keep in mind here that you're not only teaching your body brand new movement patterns, but also your brain new movement patterns and new neural pathways, like literally within our brains. So getting better will take time, it'll take practice, and if you always view working out as a practice, you'll also find new ways to be working on your form and your technique, which will so greatly benefit you in the long run. I've been working out for like pretty much my entire life. I'm 30 years old. I started lifting and working out when I was in high school. I mean, I did sports and stuff in middle school, but really getting more into like weightlifting and stuff in high school. And I'm still to this day, like in my mind, thinking, how can I get better at this form? How can I get better at this movement? How can I improve my technique of this movement, whatever it is, a squat, a bench press, an overhead press, a plank, like body weight stuff doesn't even have to be with weights, but I'm constantly in the mindset of a practice mindset. How can I get better at this? How can I keep perfecting the form of this exercise? So when you do that, it's just like it's a never ending learning curve. It's a never ending, like you don't just get down the exercise and then that's it. There's always different things that you can tweak and do to feel the muscle more or to just get better at it. So again, think of exercise as a practice when you go into it. And then it brings you into the mindset of it being long-term, like for life, instead of like just a means to an end. Number 3, I say this a lot all the time. I feel like when I'm like giving different tips, but it's 100% true. And it just makes the journey more enjoyable, I want to say. So that is to find the joy in your journey. I once heard the phrase, and I've said this on the podcast before, but I heard the phrase, easy robs you of proud. And for me, I was like, whoa, wow, like that really hit home for me. It's very rewarding to reflect back on where you started and when you started to recognize how far you've come. It's also important to find the joys that seem insignificant at the time, so aka those non-scale victories, rather than whatever weight loss or fat loss goal that you might have. Getting better at a certain movement pattern, it can be adding more weight. It can be you're feeling more energized throughout the day. It could be that your mood might be changing. It could be that you're more productive. Your sleep is getting better. Your posture is better. You're better able to do different things. You're easily able to carry groceries. You are like just different things. Actually, I once had a client who we had been working together for a little bit and she was in an airplane and you know, like when you're trying to get your carry-on or like whatever bag is in the like overhead bins or whatever. Well, she told me that she was, because we would have been doing calf raises, and so she was like on her tippy toes and she felt strong and also like they didn't hurt as much and she just felt like she was able to balance and hold herself in that stance or whatever because of the fact that we were doing that. So like people start to connect things and you will start to connect things in your workouts that you're doing just day to day. At another client, we would do sled pushes and I would have him pick up things properly and carry things. And he actually had to move out of a house or help us like his son out of a house or something. And he like connected that. He's like, I braced my core. I like squatted to pick it up. I used my, my legs, and he had to like push something and it was easy to push. And he like thought about the sled and keeping his core tight. And it's just so cool. Like once you can connect those dots and connect those things, that can be the joy in your journey. And it can help you to, stay more consistent. And not only that, but it then also helps you to build that confidence. So these 3 things right here, and I have a number 4 tip actually, but with these 3, so that number 1 is to expect frustration. Number 2 is to think of exercise as a practice. Number 3, find the joy in your journey. Okay, I'm going to say number 4 right here, right now. And this is probably honestly like the most important and the thing that kind of hit home for a lot of people. And that's to go to the gym even when the anxiety and the fear is present. Like it's not like it's just going to bam go away, But if you never start and you never do, you never take action, it's just always going to be there. So I really encourage you to, even though you have that anxiety, even though you have that fear and that worry or like that self-criticism, whatever it is, do it anyway. Do it scared, do it with fear, do it with anxiety, like do it even though you have those things. Because the more and more that you do that, the more and more it'll be less and less, and you'll start to build that confidence. The other thing, so I guess this is tip number 5, and that is to have a plan in place before you go to the gym. I've talked to too many people where they have this anxiety and fear, but they don't have a plan walking into the gym. And that's probably because, they don't know how to put together a workout plan. They don't really know what to do. And even if it's just going to the gym to walk on the treadmill, like that's totally fine. Like maybe your first goal is just getting through those doors, even though you have that fear and anxiety, and you're just going to go on the treadmill or the elliptical or the stair climber, like whatever it is, just doing that one thing will help over time, like dissolve that, because once you start getting more comfortable on that one piece of equipment, okay, then you can add in a second piece of equipment. Maybe it's a strength machine. Maybe you're going to grab a set of dumbbells and go into maybe like a small studio or just a small area where it can be your space. And you're just going to stay right there and do whatever exercises that you have right there. So having a plan in place before you go, knowing what you're going to do, knowing what equipment you need, knowing where it's all at. So just going to the gym, taking the tour, knowing where everything is at, can really help in so many ways. And I don't think that you can start too small. Like I said, just going on the treadmill. And maybe you want to you want to do a workout where it does involve weights, while knowing exactly what you're going to do. Like, what does that workout look like? Make sure you know that before you go. That'll also help to cultivate some more confidence even before you go, and the more that you go into the gym over time. So that's it. 5 tips right there. Let's go through them one more time. Number 1, expect frustration. Number 2, think of exercise as a practice. Number 3, find the joy in your journey. So those are more so the mindset tips. Number 4, go to the gym even though you have that anxiety, even though you have that fear. Like, do it scared, do it with anxiety, and the more and more you do it, the less and less you'll have that, and you'll start to gain more confidence. And number 5, have a plan in place before you go. No plan is too small. Whatever you feel like is going to be best for you, and you'll slowly start to build that confidence as you stay consistent, as you keep going. And then that little side tip in the beginning was to ask for help. Ask for a trainer there, ask for a coach there, and they should be more than happy to show you around. And also, okay, I'm thinking this as like I'm starting to, just as I'm talking, we are our own worst critics, as you've probably heard, and you maybe have heard this too, but people are just always so wrapped up in their own shit and their own workout. Like, we think that people are judging us when they're really not. Even if you like turn and you catch someone looking at you, like, it's, even if it's for a brief moment, I know it can seem like, holy shit, they're looking at me. What am I doing wrong? Did I look stupid doing that? Blah, blah, whatever. And I think for me, this kind of goes back to college when I took a speech class and I was really scared, but I realized that like no one else really wants to be there. No, not that people don't want to be at the gym, but like they are also scared. So you might have people in there that are also scared. And if I just kind of fake my confidence, then I will be confident. So it was like I kind of decided that I was going to be the dominant one, almost. Like, I was going to be the confident one, because I realized that everyone, when they spoke and they did their speech, they were shaky, they were nervous, you could tell, and I didn't want to be like that. So I was like, you know what? I just have to be it until I am it. Be that confidence until you actually are it. And I think that when you have a plan in place, that can really be helpful as well. And even though it might seem like people are judging us and we're scared of that aspect, most of the time, and I know it depends on the gym and the type of people, but most of the time people are more than happy to help. Like, a lot of times people might actually be thinking like, heck yeah, good for them. And if you were to ask a question to someone, again, like I said, they would be more than happy to help and point you in the right direction. And another thing I want to say before I end this is that please remember that you are doing this for you. You're not doing it for them. You're not doing it for anyone else. Okay, maybe you are. Maybe it's like for your family, your husband, but you know what I'm saying? Like you're doing it for you and okay, you and your family, but you're not doing it for the people that are at the gym. Like don't let them hold you back from what you're wanting to accomplish in your life. It's your life, not theirs. I'm going to also link a episode, The Fear of Judgment. I've totally forgot about this episode. This was a really, actually I don't know if I want to say popular, but it was a well taken episode. A lot of people got a lot from it. And I want you to listen to that if you fear judgment, because I think that this will help you in this same situation for in the gym. But if you're always fearing what people are thinking of you and you're always fearing that judgment, like you're just gonna be so held back in so many ways, in so many areas of your life. And then way down, like way longer, in your life, not longer, but like way down the road, later on in life, like, do you want to look back and realize like you stopped doing something that you wanted to do because of the fear of someone judging you? And that person's not even in your life anymore. Or like these people probably aren't going to be in your life later on. So don't let that hold you back or stop you from you literally changing your life, like changing your health, but it'll change your entire life for the rest of your life and in so many different ways. So please listen to that episode. I know there's a lot of key points in there, but yeah, don't let anyone hold you back. This is for you. This is your life, no one else's, and you get to live it. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that this can help you to release some of that gym anxiety, that gym fear, and take you to gym confidence. If you would like to learn more about how to put a workout program together, please visit the link in the show notes or even find me on Facebook or Instagram, and I will send you the link to that Facebook group, Food Freedom and Muscle Building Solutions. Again, thank you for being here. And by the way, if you've been listening since like day one of this, I just want to give you a huge thank you, a huge shout out. I appreciate you. I wish I could see specifically like the people that listen since the very beginning, or just, yeah, that would be super cool. But anyways, very much appreciate it. All right, that's that. Have a fantastic week. Have a great rest of your day, night, week, weekend. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Flow with the Grow. I'll see you next week for your daily dose of positivity and growth.